150,000 residents have now been displaced.
They certainly have, David and Tash. Good morning. You can see some of them behind me. There's a massive line here at the Pasadena Civic Centre. Many people here lining up for food, lining up for shelter. As you said, 150,000 people have been displaced by these 5 wildfires burning across Los Angeles. Let's just take a walk down the line. We've heard so many incredible stories today of resilience, people really positive, Americans coming together, the community coming together and providing for one another. I actually spoke to this woman here, Alison, a short time ago. She's from Altadena, where we've been spending a lot of our time during our coverage. Hi, Alison. Thank you so much for joining us on Sunrise. Can you tell us a little bit about where you're from, what you're doing here, and what it's been like?
Well, my parents are originally from New Orleans, but I've been born and raised in Altadena, California. And so I've been here 54 years, and I was living in my childhood home at the time of the fire.
Have you lost everything? What's been left?
Yeah, no, it's burned to the ground. I only have a reindeer that's sitting by my fireplace.
You were talking to me a little bit earlier about the resilience. You've been incredibly positive despite the devastation. How are you feeling this morning?
I feel great because, you know, my family made it. All of my friends and other family members that were in Altadena, they made it. So for those reasons, I'm blessed, I feel. The other thing was that when I went to go visit my home, I was worried because the news was saying that Christmas Tree Lane didn't make it. And when we got to the property, all I saw were the big deodar trees. And so that made me smile. Yeah.
Do you feel like you're getting the help you need here and a massive response from the community?
Absolutely. Pasadena has been wonderful. I've never seen so much help, so many vendors come out and try to give free food. I mean, it's overwhelming. The people collecting clothing and just bringing it to us. My son is 18 and he just graduated. He has friends and different people. He has a contact in London calling him, telling them that they want to send clothing for his friends and things like designer clothing. So it's just overwhelming. And I know they're going to have a donation center, I think at the church on Hill and sometime this week. So my son's out there still collecting clothing and stuff for other people. I'm not trying to collect too much right now because I haven't been housed yet, but you know, everybody needs help, but there's overwhelming help here.
Alison, thank you so much. We're all thinking of you in Australia. Really appreciate you joining us on Sunrise this morning. Guys, so many stories like Alison's today. The community really coming together here. There's the American Red Cross. There's a number of charity organisations. But as you've just heard, just everyday Americans, members of the community, coming out and helping one another. Guys.
Yeah, is he incredible?
Yeah, and incredible as well because of the way that Los Angeles is actually set up there, Izzy. You know, like you have these neighbourhoods, these bubbles. It's such an urban sprawl and they are such tight-knit communities within those little localised areas. And of course, these are urban areas as well. People aren't expecting bushfires, wildfires like this to actually rip through these neighbourhoods.
They're unprecedented, aren't they? And 150,000 people displaced at this stage. We were mentioning earlier, David, the other story coming out is the insurance companies had started to pull out of... This is really interesting.
This has sort of been happening for a number of years. We've seen those insurance companies actually pulling out of those bushfire-prone areas because the threat had been growing for so long. So this is a number of years that they'd actually been withdrawing a number of those policies. So we're now in the situation where thousands and thousands of people will have lost everything and they'll have no safety net there either.
And there won't be insurance. It's really hard to grasp the enormity of what has taken place. Let's take a look at some really compelling before and after shots of LA right now. You can see here, this is the Tuna Canyon along the Pacific Coast Highway. Look, it just completely and absolutely wiped out.
Yeah, and I think we've got some aerial shots there of the Pacific Palisades as well. This was that major fire. To give you the context, the fire-affected area is double the size of Manhattan and the entire size of Miami as well. So look at those images. That is just incredible. It's just been absolute devastation on a scale that we could never imagine.
Unprecedented. Let's get some more news now.